Welcome to the Fall 2024 University Choir Concert. We are so grateful that you could take time out of your busy schedules to come and spend some time with us here today. We started our concert with Music of Life by Georgia-based composer B.E. Boykin. From the buzzing of bees, the ocean waves, or the bird songs, music is around us every day. Maybe we should take out our earbuds and just listen from time to time. Next, we present Tarakita by Rina Ismail. Tarakita is a vibrant, joyful piece in a raga, an Indian classical melodic framework called jog, which incorporates both major and minor modalities into a single scale. The text syllables are onomatopoeic vocalizations of the sounds produced by Indian instruments like tabla, sitar, and sarod.
No matter what we celebrate, coming together for family holidays brings routine, familiar, and hopefully good food, and the chance to see friends and family who may not live nearby. The energy of sitting down to a crowded table to share a meal that took hours or possibly days to prepare is special. It's not something that we do every day, but with a divisive and stressful election just behind us, the crowded table can also be a place where people feel anxious, isolated, or even targeted. Our Hawaiian neighbors have a cultural concept called Hanai, which means chosen family. Hanai family members are just as close, but not related by birth. Sometimes we need to create our own crowded table, filled with people who love us just the way that we are.
When you need to let go. roots run deep.
If it's love that we give, then it's love that we reap. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. Yeah, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let's sing on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. The door is always open, your picture's on my wall. Everyone's a little broken, and everyone belongs. Yeah, everyone belongs. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us sing on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. And bring us back together when the day is done. And bring us back together when the day is done. When the day is done.
Speaking of crowded tables, we got some folks sort of hanging on the sides there. Find a seat if you'd like. People will let you in, we promise. This is a welcoming crowd.
Find your light this holiday season. Find time to not be busy. Find time for self-care and healing. Find time to celebrate yourself. Sometimes we find that by showing grace and generosity to others. This next song is based on a text by Bridget or Biddy Mason. Biddy was born into slavery in 1818 and served in bondage in Georgia and South Carolina before being forced to walk 1,700 miles behind 300 wagons to Utah. She later came to California and upon arrival challenged her enslavement in court and won. She became a prominent landowner in Los Angeles and founded the first African Methodist Episcopal Church in the city. In the midst of unbelievable hardship, she spoke the words that this poem is based around. If you hold your hand closed, nothing good can come in. The open hand is blessed, for it gives in abundance even as it receives.
When the breath you take doesn't reach
I'll invite our tenors and basses to come back, and also invite a couple of graduating seniors to come down so that we can recognize them. Nikki Monreal and Aaliyah Maroon. You may have noticed Nikki appearing behind the curtain, and that's because she is sadly not able to be with us this whole semester, but I wanted to make sure I recognized her, so I said, hey, if you want to learn a couple of tunes and join us, you can do that. And she said, yes. So she wasn't just hanging out there doing a midterm or something, I promise. All right, well, Nikki, we'll start with you. Nikki was in choir for 2 years, and this is my third year here, so you were here from the beginning with me. She is a criminology major and a music minor, and she will be applying to graduate school for public administration. She said there are a few things that she'd like to fix in the government, so we support her on that. Her favorite tune that she has sung with the CSU choir is La Llorona, in a set of 3 Mexican folk songs that we did last spring, I want to say. And her advice to the folks that will still be here after she graduates is audition for everything, even if you don't think you'll get it. It's important to give yourself the opportunity. Help me celebrate Nikki. And next up, we have Aaliyah, who has definitely been here since my first day of choir. And maybe even at my interview. Yeah, I think so, yeah. So more than 5 years with the choir. We won't ask any more than that, but more than 5 years. A major in environmental studies. After graduation, she aims to work in habitat restoration or disaster relief in an effort to help people. Her favorite tune was also the 3 Mexican folk songs that we did last spring. Those were a lot of hard work, so I'm impressed that you both enjoyed it. That makes me feel a little bit better, because we worked those really hard. Her advice to the younger folks here is to make use of all of the campus resources available to you and have fun. Take classes that you're passionate for, rather than just because you have to, and you think others might want you to. Good advice. Help me celebrate Aaliyah. So we've got a song that we're all going to sing. I suppose it would be most appropriate if we sang it for you, but I'm going to ask you to sing it with us, of course. So this is Journey On. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. Thank you for taking the time out of your day on what has turned out to be a beautiful and warm day, and maybe the last one we might see for a little while, so thank you for being with us this afternoon. It's always such a pleasure to stand in front of these students and to make music with them. It takes a lot of work to put together any amount of music, and our concert's a little early this year, but with Thanksgiving and scheduling the hall, we just ended up at this slot, and they rose to the occasion. So please help me thank them for their hard work. A couple of thank yous to Dr. Joseph Valent at the piano. I've also had the pleasure of doing some team teaching this semester, and that has been a delight, and so please help me thank Duncan Matthew as well. And to Albert up in the booth, and to Zach, who you saw on your way in. Thank you for their work. And of course, to all of my faculty colleagues in the School of Music and in the College of Humanities, Arts, Behavioral, and Social Sciences, their support is just something that I'm so grateful for on a daily basis. Thank you so much. We've got one more tune for you. It's called United in Purpose. I wrote a little note to you in the program, as I usually do, and I quoted the words in here. These are the words of Maya Angelou. And when things are tough, when times are hard, I often like to look to the great voices of wisdom from the past. And I think of Maya Angelou as being one of those people that was just really like in tune with the world, in tune with humanity. And she says that the onus is upon us all to work to improve the human condition. And that's a mouthful, and a reason that I had skipped over this piece when I was programming in the past, because I was like, onus, we don't use that word, but we do, and this is a university after all, so it's good for us to learn new words from time to time. But that text really speaks to me, and this has been a very emotional week. There's been a lot of feelings on campus as we go through an election cycle, and students are concerned and afraid for the status of their families, as stated, for their own civil rights. And I think that those fears are things that we need to hear and we need to listen. One of the things that I say in my letter to you today is that I look around the world and I don't think that we're doing a great job. We need to leave the world better for them. Literally like fires and wars, and we need to leave the world better for them. So that's a task for me and for all of you. But this week, I came in on Thursday ready to support my students, and we were rehearsing a piece, and I got a little bit emotional, or maybe a lot emotional, and they stepped forward and they supported me. And that's what community looks like. So thank you, choir. Please welcome Andrew and Jocelyn, and we're going to play you out with United in Purpose.